Well, what I'll do is I'll wait to the number that you get when you tweet it out, but I will put it here as the under. Troy is also on the under as well. All right, let's roll on to the Sunday nighter. New York Giants 1-4, 1-2 on the road. The Buffalo Bills 3-2, 2-1 at home at Highmark Stadium, Orchard Park, New York. 52 Fahrenheit showers, 8 miles per hour in upstate New York. Pinnacle has moved this. Well, it's not a real 15. This opened up as a real 15, as a pick'em. Since then, though, the Giants at plus 15 are minus 125. So it's a 14, or 14 and a half. So we do have slight movement since the line came out at Pinnacle towards the New York Giants. And then from a total scenario, we are sitting at 44 and a half. This opened up at 46 and a half. It's dropped 2 points down to 44 and a half. Take a look at the cash flow then for this spot. And we have 46% of the tickets and 83% of the cash on the New York Giants. That's not an easy thing to do. Then you have 41% of the tickets and 85% of cash on the over. Giants come in off yet another ugly loss, 31-16 at Miami, and the score flattered them. Outgained 524 to 268. The offensive line has been abysmal, and it finally really caught up to them. The Giants started their fourth different offensive line of the year. Ben Bredesen moved to center. John Michael Schmitz Jr., who was out with a groin injury, that's why he had to move to center for John Michael Schmitz. Jones was sacked 7 times. Seattle took him down 10 times, and he was hit 14 times. And one of those injured Danny Dimes' neck. Jones said it's not the same as a neck injury that kept him out for the final 6 games of the year in 2021. He was 14-20 for 119 yards before he left. Dable is trying to be optimistic about he being able to play, and Jones said it. Jones said that that's certainly the goal, is to play this week. But he'll need to be medically cleared for contact. And if you remember in that 6 games that he lost in the 2021 season, he kept saying, I'm ready to play, I can play, but he couldn't get medically cleared. Now he's saying it's not the same injury, if you want to believe that. I mean, I don't know the truth around that. Tyrod Taylor came in and went 9 of 12 for 86 yards. Darren Waller led receivers with 8 catches for 86 yards. With Saquon Barkley out, the combination of Eric Gray and Matt Breda is dreadful. They combined for 46 yards on 21 carries. They were 0 of 2 in the red zone, 5 of 17 on third down. And this defense has been astonishingly bad. They allowed 9.7 yards per play. They had no pass rush whatsoever. 1 sack, 2 quarterback hits. Jason Pinnock returned that pick 102 yards for a score. Thank God. And Bobby Okereke is doing everything he can out there. 10 tackles and a pick. Saquon Barkley inactive for the third straight game with an ankle injury. There's a lot of hope that he will be back here. After beating up on the high-flying Miami Dolphins at home, the Bills came crashing back to earth in that ugly 25-20 loss to Jacksonville in London. Josh Allen was 27 of 40 for 359 yards, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Stephon Diggs caught 8 for 121 and a touchdown. He did lose a fumble. And Gabe Davis caught 6 for 100 and a touchdown. But they got nothing on the ground. The Bills are in trouble. There's Damian Harris, Latavius Murray, James Cook combinations bad. 15 yards on 10 carries. Now, they continue their excellent play in the red zone, perfect 3 for 3. They're second in the league. They convert 72.7% of their red zone opportunities. The defense came up big with 2 strip sacks, but they had real problems getting the Jags off the field. And now they lose their starting linebacker, Matt Milano, to a knee injury. He's done for the season. That sucks. The guy's just such a monster. And then the Jags were able just to do really whatever they pleased. They couldn't make the big plays, but they were 10 of 18 on third down. They held on to the ball for 38 minutes and 12 seconds. That's the recipe. You got to keep Allen off the field. Got to have long drives. The Giants have no hope for that unless maybe Saquon's out there. But even then, the Bills finished with 5 sacks and 8 quarterback hits, but it's more bad news. Defensive tackle Daquan Jones is also done for the season with a torn pectoral. He had 5 quarterback hits and 2.5 sacks through 5 games. And, it's a big reason why the Bills lead the league with 21 sacks. Now, they did that all without Von Miller for the first 4 games. Now, Von Miller made his debut over there in the UK, but he was on a snap count. And, Ed Oliver is going to have to play a big, big role again. And then you have Jordan Phillips and Tim Settle that have to step up. But, Shaq Lawson still dealing with the toe injury. Christian Benford with the shoulder injury. They were both inactive. Maybe the Bills' problems don't start here against the lowly Giants, but the Bills have problems. You can't take Judon off the Patriots and Milano off the Bills and think you're going to get the same defense. Take it away, Troy. Highmark Stadium, Giants, Bills.
I'm going to keep it very short with this game because I really have no interest in betting it. I really have no interest in betting it. I should probably just leave it at that. But I think I would be on the Giants if we get a healthy Saquon. Outside of that, I really have nothing to say. I want nothing to do with the spread. I got to see what these teams look like. They're battered and beaten. And, Bills should be pissed off. And in that spot, you want to be on the Bills. But I'm not ready to move on anything in this game. I can't have my money on this game. Pass.
Yeah, I can understand not wanting it. Trent Bastion just said, just subbed. Glad I found you guys. Always looking for as much betting conversation as I can find. Respect, Trent.
Ooh, you came a little bit late, Trent. We had a lot of good work. A little bit late. We only have one game left. We just crushed the entire slate. So after we're done here, go ahead and rewind and play it back. And we had a good cap on this.
Let me ask you,
everybody in the chat.
Let me ask you, Broadswag says Barkley is going to be in from what I hear. I expect Barkley to be in. What is the drop from Danny Dimes to Tyrod Taylor in your estimation?
I don't think it's much of a drop at all. I think Danny Dimes has PTSD from this offensive line, and maybe Taylor will handle it a little bit better. I would say the line would not be impacted by that.
I don't even want if you gave me a free bet on this game, I would take the Giants plus 14. But I don't think that I want it. And if you have Barkley, you can possibly keep the Bills off the field. But this is an angry Bills group. We know what they do when they're angry. They cover and they score a ton of points. And they're angry, but they're also hurting. I don't find it appealing at all. I can understand this total, though. I can understand the move towards the under.
People in the chat think Tyrod's an upgrade, and I mean it's hard to say he's not at this point.
Yeah, it's hard to say that he's not, but it's going to be tricky for him. I mean, when he sees he's going to be just running for his life, even without, even without Milano.
The ugliest bet if we moved on Giants.
Well, I can tell you one thing: we will be here for the live stream on Sunday night. We'll be drinking heavily, and we'll find our angles. We'll find we'll find a way to get that cash. But this would just be Giants plus 14 at this point.